All right, everybody. Happy Steam Summer Sale. That's right. It's not our usual Fading Suns Day like we like to announce. It is Summer Steam Sale. You might notice I don't have my GGDA backdrop behind me. I'm not looking to my left for the chat. That's because most of the GGDA equipment will be at Avant Beatles Indie Game Fest at the Feed Store in Atlanta. July 2nd. Interested in indie games? You're in the Southeast. Avant Beetle does very cool things. So definitely check out what they have going on at the Feed Store July 2nd. It is up at ggda.org. If you're a GGDA member, applications for the Siege Indie Playground at DreamHack are now open. If you haven't got that information, reach out to me. Let's get your games in front of tens of thousands of people at DreamHack yet again. Those have been great events for us all in the past. Jason, Wonder J, great having you all in the chat. Looking forward to more people in the chat. Feel free to say hi. We are streaming again on Steam, but apparently the chat I still can't get that working. I gotta figure out what's going on with that chat. We'll make it work one way or another. But thanks all of you for joining. It is indeed the Steam Summer Sale. I wasn't necessarily planning, hadn't expected to be part of it, but Steam gave us the opportunity, and people told us we definitely should, because the goal is to get more people playing EFS and more great multiplayer games for you all to enjoy. So remember, if you haven't written a review of Emperor the Fading Sun, please do write an honest review, and please do rate the reviews on there. Rating the reviews is an important way to make sure people see the ones you think are the most honest discussions of what the game offers. But let's get on into it. And if you're watching on Steam, thank you very much. Glad you're checking out the game. We're in mid-game with Emperor the Fading Suns right now, and Prince Shikao of House Li Halan's attempt to claim the Emperor's ship. She has control of the Imperial Eye secret police and has been using them to help make the universe safe for her Avestite, Temple Avestai religious sect. And we don't know if the universe will be safe from them. So we're going to talk about those things. You might notice I've got a few of the Fading Suns books behind me. Spies and Revolutionaries talks about the Imperial Eye. We've got the Priests of the Celestial Sun, as well as the main rulebook. We'll talk a little bit about these things and how they operate in the game. But let's get on into it. Okay. So yeah, we got a bunch of notifications. We should have written ourselves a message last time we played this game. Yes, usually we play on Sunday, but again, Steam Summer Sale started today, so let's celebrate together. Here's the note that Shikao wrote to herself. Rebel frigates on Rampart and Aragon. That's useful info. There's a hot Hazat starbase over Chernobyl. Hawkwoods are symbiote scum. So yeah, you might know who her next target will be. Let's take a look around before we go away. We said a few things in our message there that there were... Let's see here again. Read messages. We saw that. We saw that. Rebel frigates on Rampart and Aragon. So here in Aragon, I believe that's right. They're up in this alien base. And I don't think we're going to be able to take that in time. That's painful. Those frigates are going to go up in space, and we're going to have a fight with them in a minute. In fact, let's look up in space. Because we've got some fighters. We need to put them on carriers in order for them to get their... stealth bonus. If you have fighters in carriers, like we're about to have, they get better camo. They're harder to spot. They are less likely to be hit, more likely to hit. So let's do that. We're really hoping we don't lose. We've got this holy relic up in space. We really don't want to lose. This is the relic that Prince Shikao says she looked into, and that gave her the insight that it was time to convert the whole of the known worlds to Temple Avestai. If you're hearing me all right in the chat, let me know. Again, sorry the Steam chat's not working. I'm not monitoring the chat like I usually do. So, I mean, the audio. So let me know if it's all coming through okay. The music's not overpowering my voice. Any of that kind of stuff. All right. We also said that there was a rebel frigate over Rampart. So that's right. We lost our assault lander to it. So you got to be careful not to go to Rampart without an escort. Can't go to Chernobyl at all right now that we're building up a force to maybe take out that star base. All right. So that was our turn. Now we can go ahead and let's make sure we're making good money on our house screen. Yeah, we'll have some good revenue coming in. We're starting to take some more money from the church tithe, but it's all right. We are doing it. We're doing the will of the Pan Creator, and you need to believe us. Yeah, a little bit of lost loyalty there, but let's do it. So an important part of the game is that loyalty, because you have rebellions both amongst your troops and amongst your fiefs where you're building resources. So you have to be careful. Make sure you're bringing in enough revenue while not alienating all of your people, even the aliens. Don't alienate your aliens or your humans. All right, so let's get an end turn, start a new turn. Ooh, yeah, research of Pitbull Battle Tank has been completed. We got some upgrades to do now. As a result, you can see we've got everybody researching jump drives. We must take the truth of Temple Avesti across the jump route. So everybody's going to start researching jump drives. We want assault landers. I mean, we want to take our evangelists across the known worlds. All right, so yes, we did some building. We've got some engineers coming in. We're not going to worry about them quite yet. We'll come back. Space torpedo bomber on Kish. That's nice. I think we want another space fighter on Kish. What does that take? Yeah, we got the stuff, 20 electronics. Let's definitely build another space fighter over Kish. Engineer on Kish. We'll come back and decide what else we're going to build on Kish. Engineer on Aragon. We'll come back and decide what else we're building on Aragon. Engineer on Aragon. We'll come back. So yeah, there's a lot of building that goes on. And you can either reset the building right now, or you can come back later in the turn. And right now, I'm going to choose to do it later in the turn. Some of these I'll build right now. Like, we know we want another space torpedo bomber. But I don't know what I want to build in this factory. That strategic bomber is lovely, but I might not need them just yet. I think we've pretty well cleared this planet of the Hazat plague with which we were dealing. Yep, we use militias for scouting, so we've got that in. You do not need to build militias in your cities. But I tend to, so I have some extra scouting if things go awry. I do like my little tracker legions. Special forces, DOS tactics are the officers. You see, I renamed things. That's what you do with the modding. We have a lot of simple modding tools you can use. So this is normally called an officer, but I changed that to a DOS tactic unit. You'll see some of those other name changes around as well. So, building nothing here right now. Special forces, I am debating. I would like some special forces. Not right now. Come back to that. Unit pay reduced. Yay. Tithe collection increase. That's part of why we're skimming the tithe now. Ah, Lazarus. I was trying to sign a peace treaty with them. I apparently demanded too much money. Food bonus on Midian. Now, okay, so he's negotiating with me. The AI will do that. 720. I am going to have a peace treaty with Lazarus because I think I've driven them all from Aragon. I've taken all their vote scepters. They're in Chernobog. They've got a star base at Chernobog. Now I can jump past Chernobog because we got peace. The Kados are just bribing me. I like that. House Hawkwood's bribing me, but it's not going to do them any good. All right, over Kish, we've got this fighter unit. Those rebels did not come after me. Are those frigates still here? Did they come up and jump? It would have gone either Icon or Chernobog. I don't know where those rebel frigates went. Interesting. I'm going to try something very quickly. Let's get that cruiser. We're going to scout by orbital bombardment. Thank you very much. Yes, so it's usually called a cruiser. We change it to the Space Gamer Junkie Cruiser. So if you know our Space Gamer Junkie, great guy. So this is named in honor of all his great space games that he plays. But anyway. So, we're going to shoot that. Going to shoot into that ruin. Let's see what we see there. That's a mega tank. That's a dangerous thing. Apparently, that's all we are seeing. One more time. Wow. That's a tough mega tank. That is a mega tank. I might use that last shot, or I might jump these guys. We can now go past Chernobog. That's important. Because obviously Delphi is that way. Let's see here. So I know I want to bring down this bulk hauler. Let's make one more look. Make sure I didn't miss any Hazat on this planet. I got a peace treaty now, so I'm not going to just shoot them. Yep, not seeing any other ruins. Not seeing anything else interesting. So should I shoot or should I jump to Chernobog? You know what? we're going to explore with these 2 frigates. We're going to take those 2 frigates. So I'm going to take 1 frigate first. And that's right. We changed these to the Imperialis. Our frigates love to explore new things. And that's what Imperialis does. So they are the Imperialis. All right. So we are going to go to Chernobog. Wow. Hello. So the Almalik have the Imperial fleet, and they've got it all over Chernobog. So that's good to know. We are not seeing that Hazat starbase anymore. So maybe they took the starbase down, or maybe the Imperial fleet shot it down. I'm not seeing any Hazat fiefs on the planet. Doesn't mean they're not here, but that's interesting. That starbase might have gone away. All right, so that frigate's fine right there. We are not seeing the rebel ones, so we're okay. I'm saying goodnight to Princess Aurora. Thank you, Princess. Sleep well. And yeah, she exists in the real Fading Suns timeline, not Prince Shikao's timeline. All right, let's see here. So we've done that jump. Now, I want to go ahead and take those at Alien Ruin here. So, we've got we've got a relic here that speeds us up, right? So that gave this assault lander, for instance, 4 movement, which lets it go down, pick something up, come back into space, and come back down and drop them off. So we need to start moving some units over towards here to fight that alien. Oh, hey, we got our trackers here. Let's take that right up and see what they see. Yeah, the frigates are still there, so we can still capture them. Interesting. They didn't jump into space because they're afraid my units would kill them. So that's good to know. I might do one more shot from space because that mega tank is scary, especially with an officer commanding it. So we're going to use that one last cruiser attack down here. Almost got it dead. That's a big plus. All right, so we need some anti-tank weaponry to go take out that mega tank, even as damaged as it is. Oh, hey, there's some nice stuff. So we captured this farm. That was the last Hazat stronghold on the planet. We're using a carrier, not the way you want to use a carrier. We're using it to transport Prince Chikao around, along with her dervish. We lost her warlock, I'm sorry to say, and some good armor. The pit bulls are those tanks we just researched. We'd already gotten a couple. Now we can turn our Wolfen into one, so we got to keep that Wolfen alive. All right, so we're going to definitely want these 2 tanks to go on that attack. All right, so we know the carrier's going up and coming back down, crash landing right here. Yes. Took some damage this time and taking much damage before. We're going to drop these trackers here. Now, we also have that assault lander right here. We're going to take that down to pick up these other armored units, even though they're damaged. Or maybe we'll take the anti-tank gun and the artillery, because these guys are damaged. Really don't want to lose them to a mega tank if I can avoid it, but they're really good units, so let's bring them. I'll be really upset if I lose them, but now I can rebuild pit bulls. That's the only reason I'm risking these units now. All right, we want to get some more infantry here. Put a buffer to Prince Chikao. We've got the dervish. We've got a couple trackers. Only attack with one of the trackers. So let's see. I'm going to cycle through my other units on the planet, see what else we have that's worth bringing in. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got the bulk caller up here. That bulk caller has the attack bonus. Anti-infantry tanks. Those are good. They've got the officer there. Might just drop them, bring them into the fight. Take damage to my bulk caller, but sure. We're going to want that Rod of Smiting anyway. Yeah, we took a bit of damage this time. That's a pretty good stack now. We do want a little more infantry if possible. So let's cycle through, like I was saying. All right, all of you, we will wait on. Come back to you. Over Midian, we have a couple of fighter and a torpedo bomber. All right, now that we've got peace with the Azat, and we know we don't have to worry with our starbase anymore, we're going to load up these assault landers, shock troop, flak, artillery, anti-tank gun. They're going to shoot up in space, and they're going to fly to Chernobog. Yep, lots of stuff building up there in space. Let's see what else we can bring this way. So we've got all these Imperial Eye units protecting us. So now I guess we're at peace with everyone, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Everyone else is at war. Oh, yep, everyone else is at war. Ducato's at war with Azat and Al-Malik. Hawkwood at war with the Al-Malik. Yeah, it's a war-torn universe right now. But we're safe, so we'll just cycle through these units. Nobody's coming through us anytime soon. We were moving a shock unit there. Uh-oh, there's somebody hidden there that we can't see. Let's bring up the one of the trackers and see what it is.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
We're spotting all kinds of stuff. Got to move the Imperial Eye out. This is my own. So, yep, there's the spy. Hawkwood spy. That's the problem. Okay. All right, so we built an engineer here. I think we're in much better shape with farm. Yeah, we got a lot of food coming in now. We got a lot of food, whether it's coming in or not. How are we doing at food? We're eating 1313 and harvesting a lot more than we're eating. That's good to see. That is good to see. Not many places around here worth doing any kind of harvesting now. Yep. Fairly well, I don't know. There's a good bunch of energy out there. 38 energy. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's a good idea. I was looking from the wrong place. Oh, that's right. You were going to go and create that road up. That was your role. Okay. Another space fighter and space torpedo bomber combination. These are still waiting on a pickup. That's why I need those jump drives. Engineer, how are we doing? We got electronics. We got a lot of SRAM steel. We're actually needing chemicals again. So let's build some more chemicals. Yes, yes. Chemical time. Orders. Build C. City. Really should be create thief. What did I say? Chemical factory. Absolutely. And there that is. And let's put a militia legion in. Yes, a lot of you are still excited about the fact that we don't immediately cycle away from a fief once you build it. All right, we got, this is very funny. We're on the Al-Malik home planet of Istakar. We got the Imperial Eye, which lets us spy on all the other home worlds. One of the reasons I love having the Imperial Eye as my office. And so, but you've got to keep off the roads or else they might accidentally attack you and kill you. So here I am scouting around, seeing what's on Istakar. I hope they don't know me. Now I've got this fort and I've got to get this religious item off of the planet at some point. Just waiting to pick it up. So, all right, now there's a big Hawkwood stack coming, and we're worried that they're all getting infected because, as you remember, there's a symbiote here. See? Symbiote. And that's why we think that the Hawkwoods are traitors to humanity. So we're going to investigate them just like we did the Hazat. Okay, we got some exotica and food up here. We're probably going to head up there to build a farm. Like that. Heading that way. You are apparently also going to build farms. We'll get some of that exotica. Start making some really cool military units. Now, we've got this fuel gauge on it. These, your air units need to be in a fief every other turn for maintenance and refueling. So, we've got to get this landed. It can't just attack anywhere right now. So where do we want it to go? Maybe up here? Oops, that's the anti-tank gun. I meant this. We can take you up there. And have you scout around here. I think we'll go to fly out this way. Yeah, look at that fuel gauge going down, down, down. Send you into there to get maintenance. Oh yeah, I got a lot of some troops here I still need to pick up. So we'll come back here. We cycle through our units. Probably want to get some of these troops like that infantry unit. It'd be lovely to get over into the fight to protect our noble. All right. We are continuing to build here on Aragon. Not a whole lot to build out there. Good fuel areas. Wow, 38 metal over here. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's what you're going up to do. All right. Do we have a starport? Yep, we're building a starport here. We have a starport here. Got some farms. Not sure what else I want to build with this one. Let's just bring them on around and take a look. Same with you. Let's go up high and take a look. Always good to have extra engineers. Put you in space. Absolutely. And you can also fit on the carrier. The carrier can carry up to 4 things. This one's got an infantry as well as 3 fighter types. I'm actually going to move this infantry over to the assault lander. All right, let's keep cycling on through. All right, strategic bomber. We know where that needs to go. Oh, it can't reach it. Shoot. Wanted that strategic bomber to go be part of all, be part of that attack, but it's too far away. Well, I can do some exploring with it. You all know me and my hatred of fog of war. Strat bombers have a lot of range, but they also... Oh! Another ruins. Good to know. Oh, and some fertile area. Yeah, we need to get some farming down there anyway. Let's combine our strategic bombers, shall we? Got that strat bomber fleet coming together. Yeah, so you see cycling through units, you can move your units. Let's get to a unit we're going to move. Going to load up a bunch. So you see how I load them onto the assault landers. I drag it right on top of it. You see you got that little bulkhead there that they go on into. So there's a couple of shock legions in there. Let's get a couple PTS missile. These are the plant-to-space guns. Let's get an artillery and an anti-tank gun. These are the Imperial I units. Stack side defense bonus. So I'm going to take these 3 up into space and bring them also to Chernobog. Too many units in destination areas. We'll have to wait. We cycle some out. That area is kind of full of Imperial units. Maybe we can bring 1. Yup. And then can we bring another one? Nope. All right. So we'll have to wait. Next turn. And all of you can just sit there and wait. You need to get into a city. Can I bring you all the way down? Yes. Let's have you as air protection for those strat bombers. That's a nice little air fleet we've got building up here. You are... What was I building here? Must be food, maybe? Oh, yeah. Look at that food. Send you there. Build a farm. Build city farm. Build. So, yeah, this is a classic 4X game. So, the 4X's kind of refer to phases of the game. So, you first start by exploring. You still explore all through the game. You explore fog of war, tech trees, and so forth. You expand your control over resources. So, farms give me food, mines give me metal and trace minerals. Heavy earth, big part of modern issues. Something we'd predicted back with them for the Fading Suns, that these trace elements, exactly what this is, trace elements, would be in high demand. And obviously, a lot of concerns over who controls trace elements. It's been interesting seeing China sending armed forces in to protect trace element deposits in Myanmar. Yep, long ago my uncle served in Burma in World War II. It's always fascinating what goes on over there. Again, trace elements, important stuff. You can mine them. Arboreums give you food and sometimes, like in this case, exotic elements as well. All right, where are you going? I think we're going to just start building some road to the south. Good to have those internal lines of communication and supply. I'm back to you. You are going to there to do some harvesting. Lots of metal and trace, no doubt. All right, you're waiting. See if I can pick up those trackers and keep going on around. This is, it cannot merge with that unit. This is an Imperial I Spy. I Spy, huh? I guess I'll wait with it because I want to keep that road clear for now. Entry some units. Put both of you in the farm to get picked up later. All right, now we're on Midian. This is a planet where we still got a rebel problem. You see those tanks, and we're building a road down there. We can fight them more effectively. And also we want to exploit the energy resources down here. You'll see we've got a tank killer coming around. So that'll be a good one when that armor comes around. We got some tracker units, obviously, here to keep track of those rebels. Useful to have a few of them. That's our holy relic going to the church, the cathedral. Moving that along. What were we building here? Probably a mine. Maybe not. 39 food. We were doing that when we were in trouble with food. Now we can go for metal. So we got a nice 37 up here. So next turn we can build that mine. You are coming on down. Moving over here, probably a farm. You're going to the palace. Trackers are good ones to keep the palace safe. You are moving up to, what are we building here? Probably a farm. Well, you're going to build a farm. It's going to be up that way. 42. Yeah, 42 is a good place for a farm. They're still going there. All right, anti-air gun. Moving on, probably to defend the palace. You are heading out to build that farm. You are moving around probably to build energy collector. Whoop! I missed building my road. How did I miss building my road? Oh well. You are moving on. You are moving on. A lot of engineers to ply their trades. Very useful things to have. Okay, these two trackers are waiting to exploit those ruins. We'll just leave them there. You got an engineer coming up here to build a road to ruin. Get it? Where the ruins are. You are all coming up for an attack on the ruins. Do I need more troops down here to deal with that rebel armor? I think I do. How long will it take me to build special forces? 3 turns. Let's build an infantry unit here. And on the farm, we're already building a engineer. On this farm, we can build an anti-tank gun. Nah. We don't need to do that. I'm sure we got some good units over here we can bring down. Yeah, a couple anti-tank guns here. Let's take a couple anti-tank guns. Move them down here real quickly. Oop! I brought everything but the anti-tank guns. That was foolish. Took the wrong ones. Oh, it's a good group. All of you are coming along. Next turn we can attack the ruins. All of you coming along. Again, for that big attack on the ruins. That fighter's waiting to attack the ruins. That fighter's waiting to attack the ruins. Why don't we bring both of the fighters down? And that way, if I want them to go in on the battle against the rebel armor, they can. And we got 2 fighters right there. Got these infantry that are healing. I am going to move this one infantry up. The other's going to continue staying behind and healing. Always want infantry to protect the nobles. You're going to heal. You are retreating back. Yeah, that rebel armor still has a few turns to go. We'll probably do the fight here from the mountains. Have that defense and only have jungle and no mountains. Well, your terrain does have an impact on the fight. So you see, if I fought that armor in the mountains, they would have some defensive abilities. We'll have more if we're up here. So we want them in the jungle, not the jungle mixed with mountains. Okay, so we want to come and pick these units up. That's what we were cycling through for. You are moving around. You are waiting still. You are still moving to that fort. You are waiting on reinforcements. Here we go. We've got this assault lander. So it's going to come down. Drop off troops here. Do I want to do that one? Yes. Here, drop off troops. Oh, and that's pretty much all I want to do. Because that's a pretty packed area. And I want to have all these space units ready to take off. Bring all these folks back into space. So, this should be plenty to take that stack. We've whittled it down already. We lost the stack in exposing this last time. But this should be good, even with Chikao risking our noble. Oh, there were special forces. So I am glad that we had extra infantry, because special forces can do damage against nobles. But we took care of it. And we captured those 2 frigates. Hurrah! Now we're a lot less worried. Things like star bases. Those are pretty handy things. I'm going to send both of them to Chernobog as well. Yeah, they go in this area. That's the Lihalan slot. This is the Imperial slot. So that's where, see, we've got the Imperial fleet with a bunch of units. 9 units there. And we've also got the 9 units from the Imperial Eye for a total 18. All right, so what do we want to do with these? I might bring my carrier along to Chernobog as well. How long is it till I get another spaceship from down here? 2 turns till that profit. So yeah, we're not going to wait. We'll go ahead and move the carrier. All right. And over here, it is time to pick up more units and fly them away. So, land on the farm, because we know we got 2 good units in here. Artillery and anti-tank gun. Put them in my damaged little freighter. Shoot that freighter back into space. Let it jump. We're not going to be able to jump everything, but we'll get some more stuff. Some of this stuff will move out there. So, we've got these great relics. And we're not going to use the movement bonus, but we definitely want that. See, we're not going to move this one out there, because the jump takes all your movement anyway. But this one we definitely want. We're going to put this in the carrier, along with a noble, my dervish, and let's go ahead and put a pit bull in there. Pretty good carrier now. We're going to put 1 tracker legion in there. We're going to put infantry in the bulk hauler, along with, well, we want that wolf to go in a factory, so we're going to wait. Put a pit bull in there. Put a wolverine in there. Maybe one of the reapers. Put another reaper in there. That's pretty good. So, you put all these in space, and you'll see. Wait, we don't have anything on that assault lander. Put something on that assault lander. Not the Wolfen. Put another Reaver. Yes. That's about all we got. Huh. Put another Reaper in that assault lander. What do I got? Got this, I've got this, I got this, and this. Take them all into space? Yes, we can. Now, only this one still has movement left, so we'll take it on to Chernobog. All right. These have all used up their movement, other than the Imperialis frigate, which we're going to leave there as extra protection. Oh, wait. You've still got movement. That's right. There's still a rune on Aragon, but we'll worry about that later. We got things to do on Delphi. All right, you're going to sit there. These will all go on the transport. Ah, wait a minute. I didn't get all the stuff out of the alien ruins yet. What did I miss? Oh, that's right. I just took the frigates. Silly. That's why you got a tracker to look into it. Oh, self-propelled anti-airs. Holy relic in the hand of St. Ignatius. stack defense bonus. Wow, we definitely want that with that stack we just took to Chernabog. Oh well. Everybody get in here. What you getting in there? All right, so you can move with the mouse. See, I can move the mouse around, click and move. Or I can use the keyboard. This is a 7 to get into that transport. So you see, whoop. And this one is a 1 to get into the transport. And why isn't it doing it? What's going on here? That holy relic not want to go in? For some reason, these units aren't moving well. You're moving fine. You're moving fine. What about these 3 anti-air? They're the ones who are being a problem for some reason. That's curious. I love bug hunting when I am live streaming. All right, well, we'll load them up onto something next turn. All of you will sit here and wait for a space pickup. And this is going to start heading here to go pick up engineers and drop off all these military units. So I can take the engineers up here to build energy and so forth and so on. Okay. All of you have moved. Curious. All right. So, not ending the turn right now. We got a lot of building to do. Like I said, once you've expanded your control over resources, you need to exploit them to make cool new things. We've got a whole bunch of food and metal. Those are important for building engineers. As you can see, we've been building engineers here. Those are pretty helpful things. Spaceships are important. Let's see. We're building a lot of engineers on Kish, because this is kind of my central. Hey, there's nice energy up there. We should build an engineer here. And here. Build an engineer here. And always use more energy. And down here, of course, this is our big production center. Heavily defended production center. So, build some more engineers. Build engineer. Build engineer. Go to Midian. All right, build an engineer. Where's an area we're developing pretty nicely? Probably some good stuff up there. Is there good food up there? Nice food, 38. A lot of good energy, no good metal. Decent metal. I'll build an engineer here. Back on Aragon. We're building engineers up everywhere here. Not building engineer here. Let's build another one on the farm. Okay. Make sure that we're bringing in decent amounts of money. We're not going to starve tomorrow. Love how our power is going up high on the grid. Got a lot of cities, a lot of tech, a lot of vote scepters. Almalik got a bunch of technology. Now, we've made peace with the Hazat, and they're really weakened. So we can actually build them back up without too much concern. So we're going to do diplomacy. But the Hazat will say, give me money. So that's a good amount. And I will give you technology, because I know that you're hurting on technology. So you need physics and microbiology. So let's start with microbiology.
Message sent.
Okay. We've done our diplomacy, gotten some resource. Building a bunch of engineers. That looks good. Let's do one more turn. Hope you're getting a good feel for how the game is played. Any thoughts are appreciated. And the use of the secret police by religious fanatics is a scary thing. That's House Hawkwood's getting ready to find out. So we'll go ahead and turn.
House Lee Halan.
Now my turn. Like I said, everything's going to jump drives. We want to evangelize across space. Okay. Sure, let's build another engineer here. Sure, let's build another engineer there. No more militia unit there. There's a nice engineer. Special Forces! I knew I wanted Special Forces there, but I think we're in a good place. Now, we really want those on Delphi. Hospital produced an engineer. Militia Legion on Aragon. Militia Legion on Aragon. Infantry on Midian. Good. That's to help support the that tank fight. Do another one. Engineer on Midian. Unit pay reduced. Size collection increased. Rejected my terms for microbiology. A surprise, he needs to tech. Maybe that was too much money for him. Alright. So I think we're going up there. See how the farming looks now. Yeah, that 35 space still looks like the best place. Ooh, a 40, but then I wouldn't get the exotica. You've got to be within 2 hexes of a resource in order to exploit it effectively. Hill City Farm. And now, of course, everywhere around that, 2 hexes can't be built on. Can't have competing fiefs. So he's got grabbing everywhere around like this. See? X around X. All right. So you are all waiting on a pickup. Cycle back to you. I'm tempted to use this to go scout the ruins here, because an air unit can run in and run out really quickly. Let's do that. Let's do that. One of the good things about gunships. Go in and just cancel out. And there's a... Woo! We just activated some strategic bombers. That was not smart. Protected by AA. That's why you don't do this sort of thing. I got some strategic bombers that are come raining down fire on me. I don't know if I've lifted most of my AA off this planet. That's a problem. That's a problem. And if I use my cruiser to bombard, there's a PTS missile launcher that's going to shoot back at me. So that's not good. And now we can't just land spaceships around it because that PTS gun will start hitting him. So that was a problem all around. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can tempt them into an air battle. So if you remember, I've got this fleet here, this air fleet, right? I move all my air right here. And I mean, it's not a great... I mean, I've only got one atmosphere fighter to duel with, but they're only strat bombers. If they come out and attack me, I've got a good chance, if I can get them away from that AA gun, of shooting them down. All right, so we're going to try and... We're using these as bait. We'll see what happens. I'm glad I got those self-propelled AA guns over here, because those can be really valuable now. All right, so I want to get into that transport. So maybe take you to there. What do I want to do with you? Might just put the special forces in the palace in order to guard my officer there. Definitely want you away from this in case I don't want the strap bombers to blow up my engineers. Engineers are going to be kind of useless against that. Yep. Do that. This is part of why I keep the militia in there. They'll be attacked and hit, but at least I'll know about it. All right, the Imperial I base. They're just going to cycle through them. I want to... Yeah, I'm going to try something really quickly. Move you to here. I'm going to unload to there. All those have been dumped. You... Move to here, build more road, and then move you right back in there. Put you on the transport, yes. I'm going to put the Tracker Legion on that transport as well. And I'm going to move you. Where's the best place for energy? A lot of energy up here. 57 energy. So I'm going to move you right here. So I don't know if you know that you can do this. This is really cool. I can build city, a well in the ocean. So yeah, hydroelectric power. Hoorah! The militia legion in there. We still have 3 movement. I want to see if I can board those self-propelled. Yeah, now they board fine. I guess just the turn I got them out of the ruin, they couldn't board easily. That's good to know. But now I've got all these self-propelled anti-air guns to go fight those strat bombers. So need to move them on down there. And you're going to move on foot to the other end. Yeah, to the palace. Perfect. Put you all in the palace. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Stack movement rate bonus, stack defense bonus. That can be useful against that ruin we discovered there. All right, you're heading to the Imperial Fort. You two, one of you is going up there. You're going up there to build a mine. Yep, good mine. Don't need to build anything in there. Already got a tracker in there. You are going to build a road, and then you're going to end up in that transport. Next turn, go build something somewhere else. All right, this is my protective Imperial Eye units on Byzantium Secundus. Again, wanting to cycle you all around. It's dangerous having the tracker there, because trackers have a high camo, and you don't want folks to actually walk into them and start a war. But the Shock Legion, the Imperial Shock Legion, everyone's going to see. So, all right, this is a nice fleet here. And we're going to take it on a nice little visit to Delphi. What say you all? So everyone to Delphi. Okay, and all of you, let's go to Delphi. You'll notice I sent my heavy force. I should have sent 1 frigate first to explore, but no need. Now on Delphi, yeah, I don't trust them. They're leaving those symbiotes around. So we've got this little force right here, right? I wonder if we're going to start a war if we go here. We will find out.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
All right, so what are we seeing? It's not a huge Hawkwood force that we're spotting. We don't have the best spotting units right now. Yeah, I don't like them around my spy. I'm going to move my spy out of the way.
Spotted.
Wow.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
I'm worried that they're being infected by symbiote taint. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Unit spotted.
Okay. Yes, you are going up there to build a road. Connecting my interior lines. Always a good thing. Got electronics. We need more chemicals. So I think you will build another chemical factory. I had to go around the Imperial Life Port. That was funny. Orders. Build city. Chemicals. Build. Know it. Militia. Build. Yes. All right. We're still waiting on a pickup or to be able to build my own spaceships. Really the big thing. Maybe another chemical plant. Yeah, we're at that stage of the game. We're going to be going through a lot of these mid-range resources. Yeah, we're going to need them for all kinds of stuff soon, especially when we get the jump capabilities. All right, so what do you have up here? Energy 38. Not a lot of, obviously not a lot of food. Where's that 38? Right there. All right, so we're going to go there. Okay. You are staying on Kish on guard duty. All right, so we want our cruiser to do some attacking because we activated trouble right here. And let's see how much damage that PTS gun does to me. Hey, nothing. And we took out a piece of armor. That was good. Maybe we can take out one of those strat bombers. I'm worried about what the PTS gun will do. I thought I'd try one shot just to see. That PTS gun has been pretty ineffectual. Oh, I've got the Rod of Holy Smiting bonus. Whoa! I take back what I said about being ineffectual. That hurt. Now, I could drop these down here. No, because they got the PTS gun. Can't land on this island without being shot. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted to risk the shot. You saw that PTS gun didn't do too much. It did some. I'm really tempted to land the PTS gun. Like right here. Oh, there are units that I've already moved them. So they wouldn't have the gunship. I would have the strat bombers and the atmosphere fighter. But that AA would tear up those strat bombers. What would I be bringing down? I'd be bringing down a Noble, Chikao Dervish, an assault tank, a couple of Reaper tanks. That's not that great a force. Yeah, let's go with my original plan. Try and sucker them out like we were trying to do before.
Unit spotted.
Ooh, more ruins. Nice.
Unit spotted.
Good. Discovering lots of important things here on Istakar. All right. Yeah, we know we're not taking the frigate anywhere. That's just there to protect. So, question is, do we jump all of these to Chernobog? Yeah. We do not trust the Hawkwood. Let's go to Chernobog, everybody. Sorry, I'm not bringing my cruiser yet. That was a mistake. All right, you guys are resting. Hey! I don't know if I like this. Where'd that rebel tank go? Maybe that's as far as I'm building the road for now. And my tracker out. There's that rebel tank. All right, good. Move back in here. Let's get this out of the way. We don't want an engineer sitting there. They're not very combat effective. You're all going to sit on the mountaintop for a while. You will come join. You will come join. Dig into the mountains. Kill that rebel armor. Okay, moving along. Moving along. What was I building up there? Oh, yeah, building a mine. Okay. Yep, put a militia in there to scout. You were heading into the cathedral, into the church. Yeah, we got a couple of holy relics in there. It's going to be a tourist place. Planet food production bonus and tithe collection bonus. I love it. Sentry that. You are moving up. That a good place for food? That is not a good place for food. Yeah. Probably going here for energy, I guess. Okay. Yep, good food up there. 38 food. Where we're heading. Alright. I think you were going all the way down here for energy, weren't you? Yep, 39 energy. That's worth it. Have you all wait. Alright, let's bring this force up Oh, after the engineer builds that road, build that force up. Okay, now we got the full road there. All these troops come up, and the tracked vehicles can't yet reach the ruins, so we're going to have to wait for one more turn. You wait, because I want to build a road in that ruin space. Another engineer. Decent food right there, not a bad place for a farm. Oh, really good place for a farm right there. Sure. Build city farm. Build, yes. Build militia. Build, yes. Because we know there's still rebels on this planet. And you're just waiting. Oh yeah, look at that ruin over there. We're learning our lesson about activating ruins when we don't need to. We don't have a full force ready to go in. Nope, don't end the turn just yet. All right, lots of good movement, lots of good plans. Obviously, something's happening over Delphi. Should have been building more infantry in here. Here, let's build an infantry. Let's see. Aragon, we should build another engineer probably over here. Midian. Getting some good building done. Probably start coming down this way. Let's build another engineer here. And of course, lots of building on Kish, because that is our production center. Build engineer. Build engineer. Build engineer. All right, let's take a look at our house screen. Getting pretty powerful now. Still want to sell some technology to Lazarus. Give me money, money, money. How about 710? And I'll give you technology, physics.
Message sent.
All right. Hakeem, you have any technology yet that I don't have? Nope. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. And research on diplomacy. It's not bringing enough money. I'm going to skim a little more tithe. What do you say? All right. So we're ready to move against Prince Alexius, that symbiote scum. Well, is that Alexius alone in the palace? We'll find out next turn. Thanks for joining tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Might be a week or two before I do my next stream, but that was fun. Make sure we save it. Save as Chicao 2. And it's time to investigate House Hawkwood. All right, everybody. Appreciate you joining. Lots of fun as always. Cheers.